Happy Tuesday to you, everybody. Listen, welcome to another episode of Moments of Clarity. This is your boy, Charlie TUBBS III, aka Gentray, and I'm in the building with two of my creative bros. I'm so excited to have them on this podcast. We're going to have a lot of great conversations today. These are artists, these are singers, these are songwriters in their own right. They got music out, so listen, new music alert. So listen, definitely share this live, share the vibes. Listen, we're going to have a great time today. I just happen to have three amazing creative bros in the building today. So listen, it's gonna be great times. Listen, tune in. Listen, we're gonna have a great time on this episode of Moments of Clarity. So listen, strap in, share the live, share the vibes. Let's go, baby. Hey, welcome back. Listen, I am so excited. I just happen to have in the studio today with three guys that I'm huge fans of. They're creatives in their own right, and we're in the middle of our creative series, and so I'm excited to connect with always because I'm a creative coach. I coach a lot of creatives, but these are three creatives that sort of kind of stand out on their own. I appreciate them for what they do in the industry. Again, like I said before, they're singers, they're songwriters, and I just want to say, gentlemen, welcome to Moments of Clarity. Listen, we're going to have some great conversations today. So listen, I'm going to start off with, I don't even know how Clay got up there, but he's the top dog. He's in the top seat up there. In the hot seat. You're in the hot seat, Clay. So listen, Clay, welcome to Moments Clarity. So since you're up there, we'll start with you, and I'll ask you sort of kind of some rounds of questions, but I'll ask each one of you all some of the same questions, and I'll bring you all to the big box. Listen, Clay, so how did you get your start? So Clay, you've won 2 Grammys. How did you get your start? How did you know that music was your thing in life? Talk to me.
I can't remember a time when I wasn't singing.
You sound like Michael Jackson, Doc. Remember the time. I'm
right.
Go ahead.
I can't. I always sang.
Okay.
And, my mom was like, "What do you want to do with your life?" I guess at a very young age, I was like, "I want to sing." As shy as I was, I wanted to sing. So my mom was an incredible singer. She doesn't sing anymore, but she's an incredible singer. Um, I did a lot of performing arts schools, and I've had some really great legendary mentors and family members who have encouraged me, and I just was singing, doing sessions, and then it started doing background work for a lot of rock stars, and here I am today, solo artist, singer songwriter.
That's dope. So Clay, you have a single out. Tell us a little about your single. We're going to play it on this podcast. So just tell us about your single.
It's just a song that I wrote, thinking about, right now, we as human beings, we're so detached from one another. We need each other to breathe. We need each other to walk and talk. And so I kind of wrote that song dealing with what we're dealing with today. We can't do anything without each other. We can't be without the human emotion, the spirit. So that's what the song is about.
Hey, that's dope, Clay. I'm looking forward to having so many great conversations with you today, man. Listen, I know you're being sort of kind of shy today, but people that don't know Clay is off the chizzy. So we're gonna try to pull out some of that Clay today. What is Tuesday? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to you. Listen, I want to bring next to the hot seat. I want to bring my boy Elae Weekes. Elae is an incredible singer-songwriter from the East Coast, Boston. And Elae, welcome to Moments of Clarity, bro. Unmute yourself and chop up with me.
What's going on? My name is Elae Weekes. How's everybody doing?
Hey, we're good, man. Thank you so much. So listen, so tell me when did you know, Elae, that music was your thing? When did you know that this is what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life, music? What was that inspiring moment in your life?
It's funny. So I grew up in music. The majority of my family does music. They either sing or play an instrument, and I'm actually the only vocalist of all the kids in my family, I'm the only vocalist. So I've been singing my whole life, been songwriting for as long as I can remember. The art's kind of been thing in my life. But I also love languages, so I was always like, I'm either gonna sing or I'm gonna be a translator. And I got to college, and eventually I was like, I have my own stories to tell. I don't want to spend the rest of my life, translating for other people. So I
Hmm.
kind of made that decision in college that singing will be that thing, and songwriting will be that thing. And it's been an amazing journey, but it definitely is my passion and my purpose.
That's dope. So you have a song. We're gonna get to it later. I do want to listen to your newest single that you have. Tell me the title of it.
Dance like fire, dance like fire.
Dance Like Fire. So listen, how did you come up with that title? What was the space you were in as you were thinking through that song?
So the song is produced by first things first, produced by a guy named Janash. He's from the UK, from Tottenham. Shout out to Janash, and he sent me a couple beats. And we had banged out this one song. And we just knew that was gonna be the first song we were gonna release, and then Dance Like Fire. Well, insert random track came across the desk, and I just listened to it, and it put me in a place of like it put me in a place of thinking. Um, and the first line came to me almost immediately: "The leaves may fall at night, and you might leave my side. You may. Things are gonna happen." And when I got to the hook, I thought about I heard "Dance Like Fire" in the back of my head, and that takes on a couple meanings. First things first, I'm Caribbean. Shout out to the Caribbean, and we have this saying in the church that David danced like fire was shot up in his bones, inside of his bones. So I would think about like that, like, and my grandmother used to do this like dance at church when we'd hear the music, because Caribbean, even though we church people, we still have the calypso played in the church way. So I would see my grandmother do this dance, and so that's the first Dance Like Fire. The second Dance Like Fire meaning like you have to have the thing that burns inside of you, and it has to be consistent. So I'm saying like that once you lose that fire, the hook will go. The smoke sometimes it's lessons learned inside. But I want to dance like fire. And the last
Eh,
thing is like the way the fire moves about, it's unstoppable. You can't touch it. So I want to dance like fire. So that's kind of where the title came from and how the song took form.
Man, listen, Elae, I love this track. I love this song, and it's one of those tracks that I play a lot, and I just like this. It's a great vibe. And for those of you that know me, or you've come to any of my podcasts, or even see me live on Bigo, I'm heavy on vibes, and so that particular song vibrates at a level that I can really, really appreciate so much, man. I love the whole idea, dance like fire. I think about fire being your passion, and so your passion for music and the arts and other things you do, man, I do. I promise you, when I first heard it, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna turn up, back up. It's one of those songs. And here's what I love. Here's what I love about good music. What I love about good music is that if it's really, really solid and the vibes are there, it don't matter the tempo of it, but that song "Dance Like Fire" could be used for meditation as well. It's just in the pocket. I'm on the dance like fire. The pocket is just like, oh my God, you can sit and be in a meditative space and still tap into your levels of creativity. So, bro, thank you so much for that offer. And I think the song is dope. I was like, man, this right here is a vibe. So thank you, man. So we're gonna come back, we're gonna listen to it. So listen, y'all, stay tuned, share the live, share the vibes. I definitely want you all to be participating in the comments. And so those of you that are in the room, share the live. We are going to be having some great conversations today with these amazing creatives. And last but certainly not least, we're going to the north, y'all, which is where Black people been trying to escape.
Right?
Listen, we've been trying to escape. Listen, apparently some of us didn't go further north. We should have went further, apparently. So my boy RebelWILL is in Canada, which is, from my understanding, the nicest place, the safest place on earth. So listen, RebelWILL, listen, welcome to Moments of Clarity, man. Welcome.
Oh, what's going on? Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Listen, Rebel. So listen, welcome to the live. So when did you know as a creative artist? When did you know that music was going to be your thing? Was going to be your niche in life? When did you know?
Honestly, I don't know if I ever knew. I think it just kind of always just happened, you know what I mean? And for that, I've just really been grateful. And for me, like soon as my father passed, I knew that was always our connection that we always had with each other. So I knew that's something I wanted to keep close to my heart, because keeping music close to my heart was keeping him close to my heart. So
Hey,
that's definitely one of my biggest motivations to doing music and just doing entertainment in general. So yeah, like that's always been something that I love to do, and I'm grateful that he shared that gift with me.
that's dope. So, tell our viewers what type of artist, if you could put a label on it. I hate labels, by the way.
I hate
What
labels.
I know, me too. So, what type of artist would you be? And you can just say, "I'm a rebel," and I'll be like,
Well, you know what? Like I definitely live and breathe that. Like the reason even why my name is I Am RebelWILL came from being the rebel of my family because my last name is
"Ah,
Williams. So I don't like that label. I don't like being put in a box. If you had to say anything, I would say that my music is more I'm a pop artist, but I feel like a lot of times that as a black artist, you get put into a label like it has to be R&B, and that's why I strictly like I have R&B influences, but definitely I'm a pop artist, and so that's where I live. That's where I breathe. I dance, I sing at the same time. I love everything about it. So I'm a pop artist through and through. That's it.
right." And so I hear that you also are a dancer as well. So you like a triple, quadruple threat in these big old streets.
I don't know about all that, but you know, we try. We do a little thing. We do a little thing. We do a little thing here and there, you know.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna start with you and I'll go back up. Rebel, I'm gonna ask you another question. What inspires you? Where do you draw inspiration from as a creative?
Stories,
Okay.
storytelling. Um, for me, especially this project that I'm about to put out this year, I'm inspired by the freedom of being able to tell my own story how I want to and when I want to. I've been in a lot of different situations where being a creative, I've had to really being with different people and like telling me what to do. And this is really the first time where I'm taking like control of my own narrative and control of like the stories I want to say. So yeah, I'll say it all the time. I'm a proud queer black man, and that's what I want to talk about. And so when I want to talk about my relations with whomever and however I see fit. And so this new chapter, it's really like it's like my freedom. So that's why I'm so excited for people to really to feel it, and hopefully they vibe with it. And I'm if I could, like, I don't even know if I really care if people feel it that much because I feel it. So
But I mean, this and that's a level of freedom that a lot of artists need to get to. So I definitely can
right.
appreciate that. Like, I mean, that's facts on print. I definitely can appreciate your level of honesty, and I appreciate that. I appreciate you staying true to you, and staying true to your story. So I appreciate that, bro. So yay, hey man, big ups to you, man. Real.
Even with that, like you know, when I've in Canada too, like I've dealt with like been, you know, possibly talking about getting a record deal and stuff like that. And one thing they told me that I had to hide my sexuality. I had to, you know, they had to tell me, oh well, you can't sing pop. You can't. You're like, you know, black people sell R&B. I've been told even everything from like, you know, light skin cells. Have you ever thought about bleaching? Like, so when I tell you like
What the?
yeah, when I tell you about the stories in this industry, just in general, like it's mind blowing. So where I'm at now, I'm happy that I'm staying authentically true to who I am and what I want to be. That's it.
Man, I definitely applaud you, and I celebrate you, man. And don't ever steer off that path. That is
Okay.
the path you should definitely be on,
Thank you.
regardless to the opposition. The world is changing. It's just changing at a slower pace, but it is shifting and it is changing. And so, let me just say from one man to another, I apologize that you had to experience that level of crazy in the industry, because it shouldn't be that way. People should accept you for who you are. Just, I mean, you're creative, and you come, and obviously you're brandable, so you can make money for the label. They shouldn't put all those stipulations on how you're going to make money, because there's an audience for you. I think there's a global audience for you. So, Rebel, I celebrate you, man. Thank you for sharing that. That's dope.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna come back to you, Clay. So what inspires you as an artist? What inspires you to write? What inspires you to do what you do?
Life. Life definitely inspires me. I seem to always talk about what goes on physically and supernaturally. You know, I kind of I don't know. It depends. Life, but most of the time it's life. Or I'll see something that's happened to somebody, and it inspires me to write.
Yeah, I think that's valid because yeah, the arts, the music definitely should reflect the times that we live in, and so I appreciate all of us for having that central focus that we sort of kind of pull our stories from real life. I think that's dope. Now, Clay, you are a two-time Grammy Award winner. And I know you're shy, so you don't like to talk about that as much. So, okay, come on, Grammys, the Grammys. Listen, so, what did you win those Grammys for? What particular artist were you working with, or what
Uh,
did you win those Grammys for?
the first one was for 20 Feet from Stardom,
Okay.
which was a documentary about background singers. So it was
Hmm.
for best musical film. Yeah, and then a Kanye project.
Hey, you said a Kanye project. There's one of them, man, because we know Kanye ain't quite with us. So I just saying what.
Yeah, so I just do
Listen, a
that.
Kanye project. We ain't gonna say which one, child. Just it's one of them.
Just one of them. Yeah,
No, I get it.
yeah.
I get it. So, Elae, what inspires you as a creative? What inspires you as a creative?
Um, to be honest, a mixture of the two. What they said. I always so it's funny because I always talk about the art of storytelling, and how it can take form in many different ways, and then life, literally, like what they just said is exactly what I would say. But personally, for me, um, I have this thing that I always say, and I'm actually writing a book, and this is the title. The title of the book is called "For Sadness and for Healing," and so I've always said that I write in sadness to use it for healing. So I've always just thought about like thinking about the circumstances and figuring out how to tell my story. And I've always thought that way. So now it's just it's that is where like I live a life of trying to tell the story. So it's a mixture of the two. Yeah.
That's dope, man. I think that's dope. Um, for me, I'm the same way. I draw inspiration from life, from my life experiences, and then obviously when I see the world hurting, you know, I'm a natural empath, and so after I've gotten myself balanced from the cray that's going on in the world, then I try to pull and extract some inspiration out of it as well. And I think that's what makes the world go round. I think we have to, we're responsible. We have a responsibility as creative artists. The world, we have a unique way of make people see the world differently. Through songwriting, through visuals, through creativity, creativity pretty much runs the world. So we actually are sitting in the best seat possible as creative professionals because we can shift a paradigm by a visual, by a song lyric, and music really is a beautiful medium, man. That helps people to shift. You know what I'm saying? Help people to change. And so, thank you all for your contributions to the industry. You all are all bringing unique perspectives that I think all of them are valid. And all of them need to be heard. And I just want to pause and just salute you guys. Thank you for doing what you do. Pretty much for real. I mean, that's facts on printer. I just appreciate you all doing what you're doing. All of you all are your own unique, sort of kind of different style artists, but you all bring something pretty cool to the table. So, Elae, since you are in the top box, let's start with this dance like fire joint that I listen. I freaking love. Just FYI, just want you to know, you got a friend in me because I really do love. I really do love this song. So I'm gonna put you in the big box. And we're gonna listen to "Dance Like Fire." We understand that where the inspiration sort of kind of is drawn from. I think it's a powerful place. So listen, everybody, let's tap in. Let's listen to "Dance Like Fire" by Elae.
The leaves they fall at night, and you might leave my side. You may, 'cause change is bound to come. can bring what no man wants. No one wants hurt. No one wants pain. To laugh in the sun and live through the shame. You wanna gallivant and lose all your thoughts tonight. You wanna gallivant and lose all your thoughts tonight. When your smoke is out, who's gonna light your fire? The cold sometimes is lessons learned inside. I wanna dance like fire. 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 I wanna dance like fire.
Oh,
I wanna dance like fire.
listen, bruh, listen. Hey, unmute yourself. Listen, bruh. Congratulations, man. That is such a freaking vibe, dude. Do you know how crazy that is?
Thank
It's
you. I
dope,
appreciate
bro.
it.
Listen,
It's an honor.
dog, listen, everybody in the room, share the live, share the vibes. Listen, download this song, Dance Like Fire. When I tell you it is a vibe, when I tell you it is a vibe, do not sleep on this music. I'm telling you, it's a whole vibe.
Thank you.
I mean, I just love, so the producer was in the pocket, your vocals are in the pocket, and I just love, I love the tempo of it. I promise you, it is definitely what I say, Elae. It is definitely meditative. So when you tell me that you got the church roots there, I can feel all that stuff because I'm serious, I can literally play that song, have the lights out, and be just gone and be lifted, bro. So man,
Nah, that means a lot. Thank you so
bro,
much.
I'm telling you, man. Listen. So listen, we're gonna put. I'm telling you. So I'm going to get with you, bro. I'm telling you, this is a vibe. This is a vibe. This is a vibe, bro. I'm telling you.
Thank you.
So whatever type of marketing elements that we need to put behind this, I got you. Let's go because it's a vibe.
What's
And
up?
I'm telling you, listen, I don't say that. I don't say that lightly. I don't say that. Music is something that has to connect with them. I'm real anal about what I listen to for one, and this song just has a lot of the right elements for me. And of course, the tempo is great. I love that you can either dance to it or whatever, but I love that it's stilled enough that you can just sit right there and just sort of kind of bob your head to it and just be in a meditative state, dog. Man, the vibes are everything,
Thank you,
bro.
man.
So
Thank you. I appreciate this.
congratulations, Elae, man. That I'm
Thank you.
telling you,
Thank
bro,
you.
that thing right there got a thing on it. You understand what I'm saying?
Thank you.
I'm telling you,
I
dog.
appreciate that.
I'm telling you. And you got listen, so you gotta know me. I'm anal. So if it don't have a thing on it, I ain't gonna say it. It just has a thing on it. It really does. It's a
you.
vibe. It really does have a good vibe on it. So I appreciate you. And I say this a lot because what people don't understand is creatives have to yield themselves. Um, they have to yield themselves to get certain levels of inspiration, right? Because we're inspired, we're creatives, we are creatives all the time. So we get inspiration all the time. You know what I'm saying? But you still have to yield yourself in those moments to extract those levels of creativity to produce a song like Dance Like Fire. And bro, I know you, Elae, but I don't know you enough to flatter you. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, the vibes on that thing is real, man. I'm telling you. I was like, I'm gonna turn up, back up. I'm serious, bro. And y'all ain't never seen me drop it like it's hot, but I was gonna let it down like it's warm, but do something. It was gonna be something. I don't know what the end result was gonna be. But Elae, thank you. Let me say this. Thank you for yielding yourself as a creative to extract that level of creativity to do a song like Dance Like Fire. Man, it's a whole vibe. Everybody go download Dance Like Fire. And so we're gonna go to my next homie, was Clay. Clay, listen, get in the big box, Clay. It's all about you today. Let's go, Clay. Clay, so you are one. Your personality wise, you're freaking hilarious for one. Just as a personality, I appreciate everything that you bring to any situation. There's a uniqueness about you that I can always appreciate, and
Thank
you
you.
always have me cracking up. You always have my ankles hurting. And I'll be honest with you, Clay. I'm serious. Since you've been in my life, I have gotten more ab work in.
Right. Yeah, the stomach muscles will keep working. I'm not
When
well.
I
I'm
say
not
I've
well.
gotten ab work in fooling with you, because you be taking me through.
I'm not
But
well.
I appreciate all of it. So your song that just was released on last week is called Without You. So tell me where you were. What's the creative space you were in? I know you were talking about how with everything we're away from each other, and tell me where you drew inspiration from to come up with this song Without You.
It started out as a love song, naturally. Um, Someone in my life who I hold her, she's my queen. But then it transformed because of the way the world started to go, and I was like, sitting at home for the first 6 months, I was like, oh yeah, this is great vacation. And then about the seventh, eighth month, I was like, oh wait a minute, I haven't seen a person, or what's happening. So then the song turned into I need human connection. I need friends, family. So without that, I'm just sitting here like. So that's what made the song bigger than what the direction I wanted to go in,
Mhm.
and I just kept that. I kept that, and I was adamant about the emotion of it. I had my family come in, my family of singers, and their family to me, my best friends, come in and do some background vocals and stuff with me, because I was like, I need, the song wasn't complete. I didn't want to do it by myself and just put it out. So I had them come in and sing it with me, and it was amazing. Like, Real was sitting
That
here
is
engineering it, and he was like, so
Listen, that is so dope, Clay. So there, so your website that's on the screen now. Um, tell us about your website. Tell us about your merch that you have that people can connect with and buy.
my merch is an extension of me. I'm crazy. I'm not well, and I've just never been the artist to, I love everybody. Like, who doesn't want Janet Jackson on their shirt? Janet is fine, but I was like, I know I'm cute, but I was just like, I'm not gonna sit here and wear my face on the shirt and just walk down the street, and. So I said, well, what can I do that would make people happy, smile, laugh, and so I was like, well, I'm a kid at heart, so why not make kid characters of myself? So I've got a lot of kid friendly and family friendly merchandise. It's very whimsical. This is my ode to Elton John. If you ever look up Elton John, he's wearing that jacket and the glasses, and and I got some crazy stuff with me singing and breaking the mic. And then I have a new shirt that coincides with the single. I'm coming out of the genie bottle. So it's fun. It's just fun. It's colorful. I think it's something that we need today, to lighten the load. So that's what it's about.
Hey, I love that about you, Clay. You do bring that level of just I love that I love the word you said, childlike. And I think sometimes people take themselves too seriously. And yeah, I am, and as you know, for me, I'm childish as well.
Right.
Which is a great thing.
It's
I'm
amazing.
childish. Listen, it's great. So we get along perfect.
Right.
Um, we see the world at a from a different space because we stay childlike. I think that's beautiful. What people don't even understand, I think Walt Disney achieved the level of success that he did because he was childish or childlike.
Right.
He saw the world from a different place, and so yeah, I think that's dope, Clay. So let's listen to your song, man, Without You, that just released on last week. Let's vibe out to it. Clay Bryant, Without You.
Here we are, face to face, staring at an empty space where the heartbeat used to flow. I know you've heard it all before. Love is just a game. I can't win no more. I tried over and over again. Everything I've done now, you were the one now. Even when I wasn't around, but my only true love, just to show you that there's no escaping that. Don't let me be the one. I'm going to say that. Searching for your soul, I'm lost. You live in this world. It's so true, baby. Without you, I'm nothing in this world without you. I've had the time.
Clay, listen, I definitely appreciate the vibes on this song. Your range is pretty crazy, man. I love all that foolishness you doing with your throat. It's a vibe. Listen, everybody in the room, definitely go download Without You by Clayton Bryant. It's a vibe. It's good. The message is there, and I think it's definitely what we need, especially while the world is so crazy. Yeah, I think the more we sit in this space where we like, man, we want the world to get back to normal, but we also have to do the things that help the world get back to normal as well. So definitely mask up, take care of yourself, be safe while you're out in these streets. And just don't be crazy like some of these other people. Just don't be crazy. And as we do the things that we need to do, the world will start slowly but surely getting back to some sense of normalcy. However, I don't think we should go back to what we considered as normal because it wasn't all that normal to begin with. So I hope that we can come up with some new ways of approaching this life space. So everybody go download Clayton Bryant's song Without You. It is definitely a vibe. If you want to have some clean vocals, some nice chest to falsetto stuff. Okay, I saw you coming for us, Clay. I saw you coming for us. I knew when you pulled up, you was coming for us. I got you. Okay, congratulations, sir. Thank you. You officially came for me today. Thank you, Clayton. Definitely go download Clayton's song Without You. It's a vibe. It's good. The message is there. It's really, really dope. And I think it's clear. We all were designed uniquely but we were designed also for connection. And so I think it is valid to communicate how we need each other. I think that's the most beautiful message that we can get out in the world today. And we are really, I think some of us are saying now because of technology and platforms like this, where we can actually still connect. You know what I'm saying? And nothing is like, I'm a hugger, so I like to fist bump and hug my friends. And so with Thug Rona out in these streets, it's hard. It's hard to do that, but you still, like that. You miss that, and so I get that. I when I'm talking to my friends all the time, it's like, man, I just missed a little fist bump, or missed a hug. But 6 feet, please, whatever. But our next artist is our Rebel Will, who has a unique story. I think it's dope as ever. I'm so proud of this kid just for being honest. I think that's what's lacking in the world today. People aren't honest with who they are, and people are not honest with their own individual journey. Each one of these artists on this panel today have unique journeys, and I love the fact that they've all embraced their unique journey. It's unique, it's beautiful, and listen, I'm here for it. I'm turning up for all their journeys because that's the way the world works. I don't believe in telling people who they are. I don't think it's my place to tell you who you are. I think at the end of the day, you're smart, you're intelligent, so you you get to tell me who you are, and I get the pleasure of celebrating. Like, oh, that's who you are. That's dope. That's cool. That's cool. I think it's cool that nobody is like the other person, and each one of these artists are uniquely different, and that's what I love, and that's why I put all three of them together because they're uniquely different and they bring something different to this creative space. But I think it's something that we all could appreciate and gravitate to. So without further ado, I want to bring up Rebel Will all the way from Canada. Listen, black people, we just didn't go further north. I get it. We didn't go. We listen. Most black people stopped in Chicago, and we should have called. We should have crossed Lake Michigan.
A little bit higher. That's a little bit.
Listen, Clay. We should have got on one more boat ride and went up to Lake Michigan and crossed over, and crossed over to Canada. No. Listen. We're in the U.S. We love the U.S. It's a little crazy, and we'll get back to some of that in a minute. But yeah, Rebel Will, welcome to Moments Clarity. I want to talk about your song. I want to talk about this song, Hot Blooded, because I think it's a vibe. Man, when I first heard it, I'm like, ooh, okay, you coming for me. So tell me what your inspiration was behind this song, Hot Blooded.
Well, it was a partnership. So we wrote this, like we all wrote together and came up with this vibe, and it was very much, as I said, it's my first time where I really got to sit in the non-passenger scene, being the driving scene, being like, this is what I want to talk about. And yeah, Hot Blooded was really just about being simply like young, wild, and free, and being able to express however you want to love in whichever way. And I think that's what's gonna that's the same thing that kind of lent itself throughout the whole project that I'm about to drop real soon, called Rebel Futurism. And so yeah, like I'm proud of the track because again, it was like the first time like I really sat there and I was like, I actually love this song. Like I love it. I feel like it's authentically me. And yeah, so big shout out to Jordan and Anwar for really sitting there and like helping me, like, you know, pick my brain and figure out like this is what we're gonna talk about. Cool. Like, so they were really instrumental in that. And also Tafari Anthony, who was another amazing artist who you should definitely check him out as well. Yeah, so that's just pretty much the story of Hot Blooded in a nutshell. Also with me being celibate for 20 months. So, you know, going on that, like, this is the only time I could talk about these things. So I indulged.
That's cool, man. Listen. Listen, I love that about you. I think that's dope. I think that is something that we should encourage in our society. You know, and celibate means different things to different people,
right.
Obviously. Because you're celibate, that means that you're abstaining from sex. But some people celibate.
And keep some for themselves.
Come on here. Listen, some people are they are celibate. And listen, I was in Vegas a couple weeks ago, and I came in contact with a couple of people that were celibate. Now, they weren't celibate like you are, Rebel. They was trying to celibate.
Y'all stress me out. Y'all stress me out.
So listen, Rebel, I appreciate you being I appreciate you being honest and being true to the Thank you. Listen, thank you for practicing abstinence, man. Thank you. That's dope. That's dope. So
and also,
man, listen.
When you said 6 feet, I'm like, I'm more like 12 feet. Like, you know, like I'm like, you keep that away from me.
Right. Stay far away.
Right.
Yeah. So, just so you know, there are In these streets, there are two
Right.
different words. So I thank you for staying true to the Webster's dictionary.
But right,
What
but also,
celibacy
even
is.
that was before Corona. Like that 12 feet was before Corona, so Corona just amplified that shit. Like, I was like, ooh.
I understand it. I understand.
Right?
All right, everybody, listen. Give me your ears. Lend your ears to this track. It's called Hot Blooded, and it's by my homie Rebel Will. Let's go. Hey.
I don't care what people say. They can call it anything they like. I got lots to give away. There's no point in living lonely, lonely, lonely. But my body's shouting out so loud, and it's calling out your name. Do you want it like I did it now? Come and save me from my pain. Cause we're young, wild and free. And we're hot, 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 bloody, bloody. There's a fire inside of me. And I'm hot, 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 bloody, bloody. Adding fuel to the flames.
Man, listen, this song is such a vibe, yo. Listen, so Rebel, thank you. This song is such a vibe. I love it. I love it when I first heard it. I was like, ooh, come through, come through. So, one, I appreciate you, and is what I said to Elae. I appreciate you, one, for yielding yourself. Oftentimes, creators, we can get really, really busy, and oftentimes we don't realize how much inspiration we miss out during the day because we're so caught up in just what's in front of us. And so, what people don't understand is that every creator still has to yield themselves to that moment of creativity to extract all that's in it. And so I appreciate all these gentlemen on this platform, for one, for yielding themselves to these creative moments to, man, extract some dope bodies of work, man. And so Hot Blooded is dope. I love the messaging in it. We're young, we're wild, we're free. I think the Hot Blooded sort of kind of speaks to maybe it's boiling up. I get it. I understand. But you are but you are celibate, and for the real meaning of the word, I'm not talking for y'all going down the Lee Street. I'm talking about the real meaning of the word celibacy. He's abstaining, and I think that's admirable, and I think we need to celebrate stuff like that. And I promise you, if Thug Rona didn't do it, listen.
I didn't do it I did do it for celebration. Honestly, I did it to just stay focused. I feel like a lot of the time, like I was so like my brain was so focused on that that I'm like, you know what? Let me try to channel that somewhere else. So
no. Here's the reason why I celebrate that. I celebrate that because most people don't yield to that. Most people don't see that sometimes our passions for sex is misguided, and we have to reel it in and redirect our passions to the things that we love. Otherwise, we'll be on a oasis out in these streets. And so
Oasis, not Oasis.
No, seriously.
The bingo side, the take me outside. Where's that?
No, but seriously though, no. I think that's the reason why I say it's admirable, because most people don't. Most people say, "Well, that's natural." Yeah, but you are in control of your body. You have to be in control of it. Otherwise, you're being led and controlled by your body. So this head has to control the other one, obviously. And so I think the reason why I'm celebrating is because I think it is admirable that you recognize, wait a minute, this can potentially be a distraction for me. And if I don't reel me in, I could be distracted and my passions could be all over the place. I think that's definitely commendable, because as creators, we have passions. We are extremely passionate people. How we direct those passions is pretty much up to us and our own faculties. So we can be extremely passionate about other stuff, or we can centralize ourselves and be passionate about our artists, our artistry, and our music. And that's why I'm celebrating it, Rebel. And it is definitely worth celebrating because I think a lot of artists need to see, oh, wait a minute. I do need to reel me in. I need to chill me out. I need to discipline me and get to a place where my focus is on my art, on my creative elements. Because guess what? That other stuff is gonna be there. It's not going anywhere. It's not go. Listen, let me say it again. It's not going anywhere. Um, I talk to executives all the time, and I'm always challenging them, for executives in the music and the film industry, because they always talk about how sex sells. I said, yeah, I said sex sells because that's what we made it to be. But we can reel that in and make more conscious things sell. It depends on how we sell it. We don't have to sell everything around sex. And so I love, like, each one of your songs. Were passionate, but they didn't sort of kind of promote this whole idea of sex. And I'm saying that y'all can unmute yourselves because we're having a conversation, but it didn't promote this whole idea of sex as if, here's my rub with that, as if sex is the only thing that we do. So it's like, there's more stuff going on in the world than sex, right? That's one. And then here's the other big one. Here's the big kicker. I don't think everybody don't realize. Ain't nobody doing as much sex as we selling on the radio. Ain't nobody having that much sex.
Ain't that much sex in the world?
You're talking about every song I listen to is let me come up on you. It's like, wait a minute. It's just, that's not a reality. Nobody's having sex that much, including the porn people or the OnlyFans people. Nobody is having that much sex. It's just not a reality. So I love the fact that you all have shifted the focus to be more humane, I would say, because there's more to us as humans than just sex. And so the fact that Elae, your song is passionate, but it's talking about just being caught up in passion, dancing like, man, bruh, you can sell that right now, bruh. I promise you can sell that. It's fire. And Clayton, yours is passionate about the human connection. Man, that's real. That's real stuff. We were designed for connection. And so I appreciate all of you all bringing your unique perspectives to this podcast, but to the industry as well, because we need those unique perspectives. I am working on an EP as well, and I don't have one song on there about bumping and grinding and pulling up on it. I don't have one song on there about it, because I feel like there are other things that we can, we can tap into. And I'm not an old person at all, but I think we, as even songwriters, I think sometimes we sleep on the actual the courtship. It's like the courtship is beautiful. It's all the butterflies. And so, like, I have a song that I'm working on. It's called "Chill with You," and it's just about the courtship. It's just about the introduction. It's nothing else, and it doesn't talk about what's gonna happen later. Who cares about what happens later? Watch this. Who cares about what's gonna happen later or who it's gonna happen with? Who cares? It's just the introduction. That's all the song is about. It's about chilling with you, whoever the you is. So that's what I appreciate about all of your presentations today and what you all brought to this podcast. I think it was unique. I think it's dope. Last question for all of you. For someone that aspires to do what you do as an artist, how would you encourage them to start, Elae? I'm gonna start with you since you're at the top. What would you encourage them to start for someone that aspires to do what you do?
Well, to be honest, what comes first is the art. So just start learning. I think a great artist is a great observer, a great understander. Because our job is to take what we understand and what we observe and present it to you, whether it be through dance, through song, through story, through all of that. So just observe and live life actively. Don't live life passively.
Hey, I like that. Actively and not passively.
Yeah.
All right, pull up. Okay, Clayton, your question. So for someone that aspires to do what you do, from your humble beginnings to where you are now, you're a two-time Grammy winner, where would you encourage someone to start? How would they start?
You have to, the fire and the passion is always important. And if you always keep that first, I think that will help the drive and conviction and the discipline. It'll help that. You know, if you start thinking about, oh, I want to do this because I want to be rich, or I want to do this because I want, you know, it's not gonna happen. You like Elae said, you have to keep the art first. And for me also, it's everybody or a lot of people, they're gonna say no. There's gonna be so many no's, but you have to be so in tune with your gift and what you want to present to the universe to be able to say, okay, you're gonna say no, that's fine. I've created my own lane. I don't need a record label. I don't need, you know, I've got fans. I have people that support me. I have a wonderful solo career that I actually stumbled upon because I really didn't want a solo career. I just wanted to sing back for the rest of my life. And it's forced me to continue. Like, even if I said tomorrow I quit, the universe is gonna say, not today. You're getting a phone call and something's gonna happen. So you have to keep that. You know, I think that is important. The art, the passion for it, the drive, and just don't know empowers me, and no should empower you.
I think that's great. I think even to add to that, Clay, I think when people hear a no, I think you should already have within your own self a yes. So even when you hear a no, you say, "Oh, it's a yes for me, though." Okay, it may not be with you, but it's okay. I got a yes in my shondo, and so it's
Right.
all good. So listen, Clay. So tell our audience some artists that you've sang with and you sang backup for. I think that's notable.
Ashford and Simpson, the iconic singer-songwriters, Ashford and Simpson, Elton John, Roger Daltrey from The Who, Bette Midler, Deborah Cox, Luther Vandross, Whitney, Natalie Cole. It's a long list. Cindy
Yeah,
Lauper.
yeah.
Come
It's a
on.
long list. It's a long list.
Hey, I think that's dope. Clay, I so appreciate you taking time out of your, I know you're promoting your single and everything. I appreciate you taking time out of your Tuesday to come hang out with your boy Gentry. This is dope. I appreciate it, man.
You know, I'll hang out with you any day of the week. I thank you for letting me come in here and just breathe and be in a relaxed environment.
Hey, no, I appreciate your vibes, man. I mean, that's really that's real facts. I appreciate you. Rebel Will, from Canada. Let me know when it gets warm up there, Rebel, because I'm coming. But not while it's cold. I can't do it. I can't do it. So, Rebel, what would you say to someone that aspires to do what you do in the industry? Where should they start?
Start by knowing yourself. I think my biggest thing is that, like, I let so many other people kind of manipulate what I thought I should be, as opposed to like what I know I truly am. And so again, it just comes back to being your authentic self and being true to what you believe in. And also just it's good to know where it came from, to know where it's going. A lot of people kind of get into this industry and they're like, I want to change things. I want to change things. But in order to be able to change things, then you have to know why it is the way it is. So yeah, that's pretty much my advice in a nutshell. Besides that, you know, like, have fun with it too. Like, shoot, this is a passion. You creative. Like, you need to find a way to just be your own inspiration, and you know, and to keep that motivation going, because as we all said it in our own way, like, there's a lot of dark times in it. You know what I mean? So you need to kind of know how to be your own light. And so yeah, that's what I'm still learning. I'm still a baby in this, you know. So I'm hoping that I could take my own advice and still apply it too. So
No, I think that's dope, man. I think you said all the right things too, and then also know, man, that you know, you have a I'm sure everybody on the panel would say you have a band of brothers that you can reach out to anytime for whatever. And I think we all appreciate your vibes, we appreciate your energy, and we appreciate just what you do. I think it's dope. All of you all are trendsetters in your own unique way, and I think you all definitely should always hold a yes in you, even when people say no. Don't ever let that deter you from doing what you know what it is that you're supposed to do. Always keep a yes and say, cool, it's a no for you, but it's a yes for me. And I'm gonna keep this yes going until I manifest everything I want to manifest in the earth as it relates to my career. And so, listen, Kings, I salute all of you all. You all are so dope. You all are so amazing, and I just appreciate you all taking the time to come hang out with your boy Gentry on a Tuesday. It's different times where you all are, and so it's a little early where I am. The sun is still up because it's like 6 o'clock p.m. where I'm at. But Elae, if are you still on the West Coast, Elae?
I'm back home in Boston. I just got back a couple of days ago from LA.
Okay, all right. So you've been a West Coaster for it's been a while. How long were you out here?
We're just out here just a little bit. So I'm back and forth for the most part. Um, I'm I'm stationed here in Boston for the most part, but I've been for the past 2 years, 4 years actually. I've been between here in London and here in Los Angeles. So you know.
That's what's up, man. Listen, so I want to say to you, man, congratulations on your single, man. I think it's really,
Thank
really
you.
dope. And keep grinding, bro. Keep grinding. And always know, man, let me know if you need any help with anything. I got your back, man.
Definitely.
That's facts on printer, bruh.
Ugh,
And you got me on record saying that. Same thing with all of you guys. Rebel Will, man, one, I love that you're being true to you, true to your story, true to your authentic self. And I think that that stuff should be celebrated, man, because you have so many artists trying to imitate other artists or imitate another artist's style. I think when you understand and identify the uniqueness that is you, people don't realize that's your real money. You know what I'm saying? We think about the story, even the story of Ray Charles, and he in his crooning days, he crooned like Nat King Cole, and he was killing it like
Right.
Nat King Cole, and that was making him money, by the way. But it wasn't until he tapped into his uniqueness that was Ray that he became this global phenomenon. And so I want to say to all of you guys, your voice is as unique as your thumbprint or your fingerprint. It's that unique. People can imitate you, but nobody will ever sound like you. So you have to embrace that and celebrate that and allow that to be your yes. It's a yes for me. It's a yes for my vocals. You may not like them, but it's a yes for me, baby. I'm coming. I'm coming for all of y'all with this yes. um, and I'm telling you, what other people won't manifest for you, who cares? You're just as a powerful element. You can manifest all of it yourself. And so I want to applaud you, Rebel One, for just being uniquely you. I love all of that, man. That stuff gets me excited, and I love the fact that you understand understand who you are. I say this a lot on this platform. When you know who you are, you know who you're not. And both of them are equally important. It's important to know who you are, but it's even more important to know who you are not. That way you won't get pulled into no foolishness. No. That ain't my bag. That's not me. This is who I am. So, Rebel Will, I just want to celebrate you, man. I think you're dope as ever. I love your music. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, one, for just being who you are, bro. I appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
Continue doing what you're doing, man. Continue staying true to you. Continue staying true to your story. And when is your EP coming out?
Well, my EP is coming out in September, but my first single is going to drop in May 7th. So look out for that. It's going to be Addicted. It's very, very much a it's like it's a dance pop vibe mixed with like a more like it's so I don't even know how to describe it. I'm just excited.
Hey, Rebel, listen, man, I'm excited for you. As soon as you get some information about when it's dropping, definitely let me know. I would love to have you back and talk more about that, man. I think that's dope.
And you won't like this. Like I'm usually teal. This is like quarantine. Like not like usually my hair is like a teal color. Like So you'll see me next time. I'll be more coiffed.
Hey. Hey, that's what's up, man. I love all of it, man. I love it. Listen, this is new to me too. Thug Rona. Listen, this is new to me too. I am trying these locks. My niece does a great job of keeping my hair like what it is. But outside of that, man, because I'm used to being in the barbershop every week, just getting groomed up. But yeah, Thug Rona just made all that come to a screeching halt. Because Thug Rona is, yeah, it's just changed the world as we know it. So Clay, I just want to say to you, man, thank you so much for all that you are doing in the industry. I hope people go and connect with you, connect with your music, as well as connect with your brand and all the stuff that you have going on. I want people to go and check out. That's his website, guys. Go check out his merch that he has available. And there is a story behind every piece of merchandise. So definitely go check out Clay Bryant. He's a two-time Grammy Award winner, but he's also a cool dude. And I appreciate people that have the accolades and the stuff that Clay has. Just for being just down to earth people. You know what I'm saying? Some people get in them clouds, and I'd be like, listen, just land, just land. It's a clear day.
Right.
You know,
Just land.
we
I
all
love that.
we all like human beings at the end of the day. And so I appreciate Clay with all the stuff that you have accomplished. You still have a sense of relatability. And I think that's golden. I think that's awesome. So, and I appreciate your music too. And I appreciate that magical throat that you got. And so definitely go download Without You by Clayton Bryant. Anything you have coming up, Clayton? Are you going to do a follow-up single?
Yeah, I don't know which song it's gonna be yet. Before the album is released, probably either summer or like September-ish. But we're working on a few singles now, so I don't know which one it's gonna be yet. But and then I'm coming to your site because you wear one of the shirts I need in my life. So I'm just like, all right, here I come. Here I come.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, for those of you that follow me, everybody knows that I have merch as well, and you can definitely check out some of my merch as well. Elae, do you have anything that you have working on? You have another single that's following up to Dance Like Fire?
Right now, I'm just focused on Dance Like Fire. I have a ton of singles that we're working on, but for Dance Like Fire for the rest of like the spring into the summer, we're gonna drop the video. I had the opportunity to shoot the video out in Los Angeles last year, and I went back and did some extra stuff last week, the week before, whenever I was in California. So yeah, we just focused on Dance Like Fire. I got some cool stuff with some people down in the Caribbean, some cool DJs out in the Caribbean, some in Africa, some in the UK. So it's gonna be a really fun summer. Yeah.
Hey, that's dope, man. I'm excited for all of you guys, man. And listen, it looks like that everybody sort of kind of has music coming out in September, so we may be able to bring us all three back together in September. Who knows? But listen, thank you guys so much for taking time out of your Tuesday to come hang out with your boy Gentray. This has been another episode of Moments of Clarity. And of course, you know the vibes are always right, it's always real. You can check out my website, www.l3gurbanwear.com to check out some of my wear. Today I'm wearing my Live Your Life V-neck t-shirt. And we have it as a hoodie. It's a lot of cool stuff on there. But we have some face masks and other things on there. But check it out. You know, snatch your t-shirt or whatever. That'll be cool as well. Listen, I just want to say thank everybody for coming and being a part of this particular episode of Moments of Clarity. You guys brought unique perspectives to it, and you brought great vibes to it. And I do this for the most part for great vibes. And so I appreciate all of the great conversations. I appreciate the conversations about celibacy. I think that's dope as ever. And then we learned there was 2 different words. See, I love all that. We got educated today as well, because there are some people that are celibate, and then there's some people that celibate. And so you get education when you come on out. When you come to Moments of Clarity, it is just that. It's a moment of clarity. But listen, Kings, thank you guys so much. I appreciate all you guys for being a part of the podcast today. Listen, to everybody that's watching, share this live. And for those of you that will watch, I want you to stay positive. I want you to know that positivity is a choice. Every day you get to choose how positive you're going to be. Choose positivity and not negativity. Also, life is designed to make you better. This journey, everything that we're going through is designed to make you better. You have a conscious choice again, whether you choose to be better or you choose to be bitter. I just said something. So make that conscious choice to be better. So stay positive, stay creative. Listen, while we're in this quarantine, this time down, listen, if you're bored, create something. All of us are creatives in our own right. If you're bored, just create something and create something that's going to change the world. The world is waiting for you to create something. Actually, there are some things that I said at the beginning of. I think when I first started my podcast, I said that with all of this downtime that people have, we're going to get a lot of great inventions during this time as well. So tap into you and connect with your next best idea. It could be a song, it could be an invention, it could be, you could save the world with something that you create. So if you're bored, get some still time, and I'm telling you, you can download either one of these guys' songs. Elae, Dance Like Fire, Hot Blooded by Rebel Will, or Without You by Clayton. And I promise you, either one of these songs can help you get in a chill space and you can start working on that creative idea. So tap into it. Stay positive, stay creative, and most importantly, guys, stay clear. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.